Hello my dear friend, I hope you are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe it, press the bell icon, hit the like button also. Friends, today I will discuss about what are the disqualification of the member of parliament. As you know, we have already covered several lectures, and if you have not watched previous video, please visit all of that. If you want to boost your confidence regarding competitive syllabus, I am covering whole political science syllabus from the scratch itself. If you are not acquainted yourself the basics of the political science, then you have to visit all the video first of all. Now I am going to talk about the what are the disqualification of the parliament members. Here I want to tell you that what are the disqualification of the member of parliament. Yes, it is compulsory to have some qualification to get elected in the parliament. But after getting elected, if you are not following the norms of the parliament, then it would revert back, and if it comes under the jurisdiction of the parliament of the disqualification, then definitely you disqualified as per their provision. The first and foremost disqualification condition is that the person should be the citizen of India. Means the qualification is that the person should belongs to the India. But if he is renouncing his citizenship, definitely he would disqualified as a member of the parliament. And the second one is that he should be the mental unsound. Means the person should not be mental unsound. If then you know that it's a very credible task, because whole fate of our population is depend upon our law. Means whatever law is framed by the parliament members, we are following the same norms in our society. If a person having like unsound mind, how can it possible he would legislate on the behalf of the whole country? And the third disqualification is that the person should not, he is an undischarged insolvent. Means he should not be declared by any government insolvent. Means then automatically the person concentrate would be the accrue wealth, and definitely if the person would be the behind money, how can it possible he would make or frame law unbiased? Otherwise there would be the conflict of interest. Then he is totally interest behind the money, and it cannot be possible in our democracy system. And the next disqualification is that the person should not be should not be disqualified any law by the parliament, because our parliament has made such type of provision in the 2003 itself. Like if a person is declared like a criminal, or he is like pronounced by the Supreme Court, any court of the India, and if the person is like having or awarded with the more than 2 years of sentence, then definitely he would disqualified as a member of the parliament. You can take example of the Lalu Prasad Yadav, and in the Fodder scam he was disqualified as a member of the parliament. And even like you can take example of the Rashid Mohammed, and Rashid Mohammed was also disqualified the members of the parliament after getting convicted in the case, because he was alleged by the people to sold the medical seats. Now move further, that the next disqualification is that office of profit, and like during this lecture it plays a very significant role. You have to keep this in mind. Office of profit is such type of office that is declared by the government itself, because if you would be in the position to hold any office, then from which you are taking or drawing benefit, and side by side like your perks and all the money and your benefits is under government, then you would take decision in the favor of the government. Otherwise you would be in a position that if you would not legislate in the favor of the government, then they would withdraw all the facilities which you are getting by remaining in that office. That is the condition for the disqualification of the members of the parliament. And let's move further. What is the office of profit? Office of profit is like sometimes what is the need to implement such type of like provision, disqualification, office of profit, and all things, because to secure independence of the our legislation system, you know that we have emulating or we are replicating the parliament form of the government from the British, and that earlier that point of time the person would have in the England position of the executive, and side by side he was working as the legislator. Then if they would take action against the government, then how can it possible that they would maintain the unilaterally or they would work independently, because all the task, all the payments, all the alumni, all the benefits of the person belongs to the executive post, and that who is holding and on the behalf of the Queen. Then he has to legislate in the favor of the Queen. That was the situation in British, and like to eradicate such type of situation or to avoid such type of situation in India, we have framed such type of rule and regulation so that we can maintain the independence of the legislator. This is the first and foremost criteria for the to be a legislator. Then first for declaration of the person is the insolvent, there should be provision of these four type of in the our constitution system. How? Because if I would, that means office of profit means the person should declare office of profit till the time he would have an office, means there should be an office. What is the definition of office? Because independent office means if a legislator is holding an office, like without him presence, then office should not be there, then it can be removed or it can be like include under the consideration of the office. Let me clear you this thing in the great manner. Like suppose if there is an office, if I would leave that office, then without my existence there would be no position of that office. Means office already totally abolished by removing me from over there. But if I would remove from there and any other person can hold position, that would be that office comes under the definition of office. Means then government can appoint any other else, and this comes under the definition of office. The second thing is like to get disqualified in the office of profit is that the person should, means that office should be the office of profit. Office of profit means if you are taking benefit from that office, you are by holding that position, you are taking salary or you are taking your bungalow, you are taking accommodation, that comes under the office of profit. Even you can take example of the like Jaya Bachchan. That point of time Jaya Bachchan was a member of the parliament from the Rajya Sabha, and even she was having post of the UP Film Board chairperson also. But that point of time that Jaya Bachchan was saying that yes, how can it possible you would disqualify me as a member of the parliament, because I am not taking any money from that office, and I am not taking any accommodation, and I am not taking any benefit from the UP Film Board chairperson position. But Supreme Court told in this case, yes, there is a question of the accruability. Accruability means sometimes in the future you could go to the court, or you can go to the court and you can demand all the benefits by which intact with this type of position. That is the called pecuniary gains, means you are having pecuniary gains by holding that position. That's why at that point of time our Jaya Bachchan was disqualified under the office of profit provision. And the next statement to declare office of profit is that the office should comes under the state or government. Means if I would talk about the Vijay Mallya, that point of time he was member of the parliament, and even he was having the chairperson post of the chairperson of the UBCT, that UB groups that belongs to the Kingfisher beers and all the beverages. But you have to keep this thing in mind. If you are holding position of the any private organization, then you are not come under the jurisdiction of the office of profit. How? Because office of profit belongs to the government or state itself only, not a private institution comes under the office of profit. And the fourth criteria for the to be declared office of profit, then the office should not be declared by the parliament in the category of the not office of profit. Means our parliament have made such type of provision, and so many offices they were included, or they are excluded from the office of profit definition. Even National Advisory Council does not comes under the office of profit. We have to keep this thing in mind, because in 2006 40% of our MP were holding the office of profit position, and even we amend the constitution in the 90 further legislation, and we change that, or we have removed the so many office from the office of profit qualification. And what are the exception? Means by remaining as a office of the member of parliament, you can hold office. These are the some provision in the constitution itself. If you are having a position of the minister, then you are having exemption as a legislature also. And if you are having position of the leader of opposition, if you are holding leader of opposition position, you are treated like a cabinet minister, and you would hold office, you would hold accommodation, you would get salary, and that is not coming under the definition of the office of profit. And if you are holding position of the deputy chairman of the planning commission, I want to give example in regard this. When that Pranab Mukherjee was in the seeking to become a prime minister, but that point of time in 1990, P.V. Narasimha Rao was the prime minister, and to give happiness and for the sake of the happiness of the Pranab Mukherjee, that point of time our government came up with the one provision and post, that is deputy chairman of the planning commission, and that is totally excluded from the office of profit position. And office of the chairperson of the National Commission for the Minorities and National Commission for the SC and ST, and even a National Commission for the Women, these are the posts which are excluded from the office of profit definition. Means if by remaining as a legislator, if you are holding such type of chairperson position, then you would not disqualify under the member of parliament provision. And this all provision comes under the Parliament Prevention of the Disqualification Act 1959, because there is a act in the 1959 that if you are the member of the parliament, you would disqualify under the such provision, and these are the office which declare valid through the 1959 act. These removed from the office of profit definition. Even we amend the constitution in the 2006 itself, because that point of time 40% of the members were coming in the office of profit definition, and we removed all the such type of office from the list. Even there was a case regarding the office of profit that was between the Guru Govinda Basu and Shankari Prasad Gosal versus Shankari Prasad. The Govind Basu was the chairperson of the private GB and company, that is private limited company, but he was having post and as a auditor company. That was private company, but that company was audited the HL. That CAG is not auditing all the HL and all BHL and all the institution like IOC. This comes under the private auditor also, but that private company of the Guru Govinda Basu company was auditing that's limited organization accounts and all things, and that came into the limelight, and the case reached up to the Supreme Court, and that point of time Supreme Court declared that comes under the office of profit definition, because it can be take benefit from the government, and they can declare any a fake account in the apprehension of the government, and that's why that comes under the definition of the office of profit. Even sometimes private company can comes under the office of profit definition, because if they are belonging to in some other way they are belonging to the government office. Means the company was auditing that private companies or the government companies auditing. That's why that is coming under the definition of the office of profit. Even like a person is having double membership, if a person is member of the Lok Sabha and side by side he is having post of the Rajya Sabha member, then he would definitely disqualify under the under the definition of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha members is not allowed side by side. Then he should renounce one post. And that another provision is in the further lecture I would discuss about the anti-defection law. And anti-defection law is if a person is renouncing his party like individually after getting elected from the another party, then he would disqualify under the anti-defection law. And the another provision for that, if a house can declare the seat of member vacant in he is absent in meeting for the 60 days, means the person would be absent from the proceedings of the parliament regular in the 60 days without taking or seeking permission of the speaker, then he would disqualify under the as a member of the parliament. And if a person is resigning from his post and there is a vacancy, and then speaker may or may not await resignation, because it is not binding on the speaker. But if a person is resigning under compulsion as a member of the parliament, that it is not compulsory to accept all the position of the resignation of the member of parliament. It's totally discretion of the speaker, he would accept or not. And that may be the perspective questions of the preliminary examination. And what about the member of the parliament is the such type of credible thing, and we have to keep this thing in mind for the exam perspective also. And further I would talk about the legislation process and bill process. Please, if you are liking my initiative, share among your friends and your family members who are really in the need such type of lecture. But because whatever I am providing here, that is the precise study for the UPSC. And if you are not get anything out of it, then it is your call, because whatever I am studying, I am telling and in front of you is the prominent institution data. Please keep this thing in mind. It is very crucial for your preparation, and please share my video among your friends. Thanks for watching. Bye.